So today's lecture is on law of sines and cosines. I heard that most of you guys already learned this, so that's good. So you might be wondering, since this is pre-calculus, will we see this in calculus? And the answer is no. It's just like matrices, right? You'll probably never see that again because you guys won't be doing engineering, most of you guys at least. But I am covering it because I felt like I saw it on the SAT once, so I felt like it would probably be useful for you guys. Yeah. So before we go into law of sines and law of cosines, it would be helpful to first discuss an important convention that comes with labeling sides and angles of a triangle. All right, so when we label sides and angles of a triangle, we always use the letter in this way, okay? So we always use capital letters for the points, and then we use lowercase letters for the sides that correspond to the opposite sides, okay? So if this point is a capital A, then the opposite side is always a lowercase a. And the same also applies for this side, which is lowercase b, and this side, which is lowercase c. Okay? So, law of sines is this rule. If we're given the triangle in this configuration, then law of sines tells us that sine of angle A over side length little a is equal to sine of angle B over side length B, which is also equal to sine of angle C over little c. Okay, so all three have the same ratios. That's law of sines. Very easy to remember. You just have to make sure that the angles and the sides are opposite one another, that they're the same letter. Okay, if you guys learned it already, we'll just skip to 6.3 today. All right, let's do an example question. So let's say we're given this triangle, ACB, which means that this side is A. Let me label the unknowns in red, okay, so it's clear. A is unknown, C is unknown, and B is known. B is 28. And then angle C is 102 degrees. Okay, we're back to degrees today, just for today. And also next class, and next class.
Wait, so there's no rating?
Yeah.
Did you just convert the degrees?
Okay, so we have two unknowns, side A and side C. This situation is very good for using law of sines because we know angle B and we also know side B. So that allows us to write sine B over B. Okay? So let's first try to find side length A, all right? So to find side length A, we are going to use actually, no. Let's first find angle A. That's a good first step, okay? We're going to do that by using the fact that the angles of a triangle all add up to 180. So angle A is equal to 180 degrees minus angle B minus angle C. Okay, so that's 180 minus 102 minus 29, which is 49. Okay, so that's angle A, 49 degrees, we found that. All right, so now we have all three angles, and we're looking for those last two sides. So now we are going to use law of sines. So to do law of sines, we are going to do sine of angle A over little a equals sine of angle B over little b, right? And the reason that we want to use angle B and little b is because we know this. B equals 28, and angle B is 29 degrees. And so now we can plug in all of our information. So sine of angle A, which is 49 degrees, over little a, equals sine of angle B, which is 29, right? So 29 degrees over little b, which is 28. All right, so that's just an equation with one variable. And so if you solve this, you would find that a equals 28 sine 49 divided by sine 29.
How do you do that?
Algebra. Okay? And so this would be our final answer. We don't need to evaluate the sines because those are not pleasant angles. So we don't need to worry about those. And you guys are not allowed to use a calculator. So
Can you keep it up there?
you guys got it. You do. You got it. Algebra. So you can multiply both sides by 28 and also a, right? And that helps you to isolate a on one side. Okay, and then you would apply the exact same procedure to get side length C. Okay. I'll leave that for you to do if you're curious. Are there any questions? Side C, you can find that using law of sines. I just haven't shown it, but it's the same steps. For side C, you would simply write sine angle A over A equals sine angle C over C. Or sine B over B equals sine C over C. All right, so you guys are free to work on the first two questions of the classwork now. So on the classwork for question 1, because you have pleasant angles, right, 30 and 45, you actually have to evaluate the sine of that. So you can't leave sine 30. You have to say sine 30 equals half, right? But if you were given sine 31, I would be fine leaving that. All right, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Do the classwork. You have to evaluate the sine if it's an angle that you know well from the unit circle, like 30 or 45. Yeah?
By both sides, so it becomes that.
No. For the first two questions?
That's still kind of hard.
Yeah.
So you can leave the answer like this.
Yeah. I'll write the answers on the screen.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. Yes.
How do you find
You guys must write the degree symbol. Otherwise, it looks like a radian, right?
you find sine of this? Sine of 30.
No. You don't have sine 45 calculated correctly.
I was doing it on
No, but it's find the remaining angle and sine. Right, C. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes. Unless they're, I don't know. You need to rationalize it if it's easy to rationalize.
Oh, I forgot.
It's like what
No, you can divide by one.
rationalize last.
What does B? So now, do we have to solve for that blank?
Yeah, I'm not giving you the answers exactly.
The side length of B.
If it fits the rest, it probably is correct, right?
What if it's like other than? Oh wait, no, wait, which one did you last one? What did you get? Wait, B is a 9.
You have to solve for a sine 105 like this. You do.
If you want to. You don't have to.
So on the test, if just one that's like really, really hard, you don't have to.
Yeah, you can leave it as sine 105.
So 64 sine 105 would be fine.
Yeah. Why? Okay, one day.
I gave it to you for a reason.
Thank you. All right, are we all done? Then hurry up.
Wow. That's hard. So then I find. I apologize. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
Wait, but right here you. You get this?
I like this.
Yes, I get.
I like this.
What? I get.
Aww.
I mean, started.
It's not very sweet, actually. I meant it.
Did anybody see the yardstick?
It's over here. Actually, why are you over that? It's over there. It's near the cabinet. It's near the cabinet. Oh, great. Oh, wait, after this, it's when my son.
Okay.
When you find
It would be nice if there was a stick connector to it. It's hard to hold up.
Wait, this is actually I figured it out. I can
He's right.
Oh, wait, you reached
Which is just 32.
Where's C?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
These two right there.
Yeah.
All right.
This is right.
Oh, so that's not Wait, how do you do it?
Yeah. Check with Nish.
It's like a multiply, so. That was so unhelpful.
You can do the degree type. And then it's like, this is divided by 2.
Yep. Just find the values of sine 45.
Yeah.
Can you check my answers?
It's good. Good.
Sine 45.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Law of science.
Wait, 4 minutes. 4
Yeah. Hmm. Good. Yep. Yep.
Got it?
Yeah. No degree symbols though. I don't see any degree symbols.
Yeah, I don't need it.
You do need it.
Where?
Here, 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 here.
Wait, for everything?
Every degree. Otherwise, it's a radian. Right?
Wait, no, it's not a degree though. It's a sign.
105 is a degree.
Oh wait. You're gonna mark points off of that?
If I'm feeling angry, I would. Yeah.
Degree symbol inside parentheses.
Yeah. After the number. No. Sometimes you do.
Did I get these?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Barely look.
All right, guys, let's keep going. That took too long. You guys need to work faster, please. All right, let's continue. Law of cosines. Let me just write out law of cosines, and I'll explain how to memorize it most efficiently. So memorize. Whatever I had to memorize in high school, you memorize too. Okay, so law of cosines says that c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Looks so easy, right? Minus 2ab cosine angle c. Okay. Okay. Huh? If it's an angle, it will be labeled as an angle. So this is a little c. Yeah. Okay. Here's how to memorize it well. Okay. So always think about law of cosines has one angle. Okay. In this case, it's angle c. So what are the adjacent sides? We have two adjacent sides, right? A and B are the adjacent sides, so they go here and here. And then the opposite side is C, right? So that'll always go here. And the angle is always the one that's kind of sandwiched in between those two adjacent sides. So that's how you remember which angle to use and which sides to have on the respective sides of the equation. All right, so the opposite side is always the one on the left side by itself. And then the adjacent sides are a squared plus b squared. And then you always have to remember this minus 2ab, and then cosine of the angle that's squished in between those adjacent sides. All right, so that's how you memorize it well. This is little c, this is big C, because there's an angle, right? Okay, you could also choose different combinations, right? We could have also done this for angle B. And then so in the case of angle B, we would write, right? If we had angle B, the opposite side becomes little b, right? So now we would write b squared equals a squared plus c squared, right? Because those are the adjacent sides for this angle that we're doing here, angle B, minus 2ac cosine angle B, right? In this case, angle B is the angle we care about, and so AC are those two adjacent sides. And finally, the third equation that we can write is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine angle A. All right, so you just have to remember that the angle we care about in the law of cosines is always the one that's in between the two sides that we have on the right-hand side of the equation. That's how I memorized it, so should be helpful.
How do you find the angle off of that?
Huh?
How do you find the angle off of that?
So you could find the angle if you have 3 sides, and then you would only have one variable, right? This you could also use to, right, find a side length if you're given 2 sides in one angle. That works. All right, any questions? Law of cosines? Did you guys learn this in algebra?
What problem is that classroom?
3, 4, and 5. Let me go through an example. Let me do an example that's similar to question 3, let's say. So let's say we had A, B, C. And let's say we are given 3 sides, but we don't know any angles. All right, let's say this is 5, and this is 6, and this is 8. All right, so let's start by trying to find angle A. And then since I'm rather lazy, I'm not going to do the other angles, but you should be able to do those. Let's say I'm trying to do angle A. That means, right, what is the opposite side? The opposite side is going to be 8, right? Yep, so we would have 8 squared as our opposite side. And then the 2 adjacent sides are 5 and 6 for angle A. So we would have 5 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 times 5 times 6, right? And then I'm going to finally have cosine of angle A multiplied at the end. Okay, multiplying the 2 and the 5 and the 6. So that's my equation set up. And as you can see, I have an equation with only one variable, only one unknown, which is angle A. So that allows me to solve this. You would solve this by simplifying, right? 64 equals 25 plus 36 minus 60 cosine angle A, which means that 60 cosine angle A is equal to -3. Is that correct?
How
25 plus 36 minus 64 is -3. Yeah. And then finally, you would solve this. So cosine angle A is equal to -1/20, which means that here we have to use the arc cosine function, right? So we're just going to take an inverse cosine of both sides, which will cancel out the cosine. So we'll be left with angle A equals arc cosine of -1/20. Anybody want to guess what that's equal to? Any guesses?
Why are we so slow? Yeah.
Nobody wants to guess?
Oh, is it an angle?
It's sad. I will guess
Is there
90, 92.8 degrees. That's my guess.
90? Yeah, I think it's 95. 99.2.
That's,
I'll guess 95.
any other guesses?
92. 95.
long signs like this. I'll go shoot it.
Wait, is it a possible thing or is this answer not just like
Let me calculate it using the calculator.
how do you
Ooh, I was close.
Wait, so how do you figure out the sides on?
was it 90?
The answer is 92.87.
How did you do that? I'm shocked.
Wait, how do you find the exact degree for 3?
Huh?
That's so
How are you supposed to find the exact degree for number 3?
A calculator, which you don't have. So you would write your answer as arc cosine -1/20.
Wait, isn't that how'd you do that?
You guys think that was a trick?
Yeah. So it's so cool. How did no how yeah.
Maybe I'm just lying to you.
Okay, well you did it later.
No, there are tricks. There are tricks.
Can you teach us? Yeah.
Okay, I'll teach you guys.
Okay.
So basically, you know that it's greater than 90. Right? So on the unit circle, you're looking for something that's super close to 90, right? Because arc cosine is the x-coordinate, It's the x-coordinate, so it has to be super close to 0, right? So you know that this coordinate is going to be something like, it's going to be negative 1 over 20, comma, something very close to 1, right? Because that's super close to the y-axis. And then you have to use an approximation technique where this is actually going to be equal to about pi plus 1 over 20. Sorry, pi over 2 plus 1 over 20. Pi over 2 plus 1 over 20. Is that right? Kind of confused how I did this.
I don't know. Why? Commissioner.
Yeah.
Why is it private?
Because that's 90 degrees, right?
Oh wait.
And so then you just convert this to degrees and you get about 92.8. Yeah.
We have to simplify the fraction.
And she just does it.
Yes, you have to simplify fractions. So 3 over 60, 1 over 20.
I asked my son to treat it.
All right, so I just did one angle, but you guys would be able to do all 3 angles, right? So I'll let you guys try number 3 and 4.
That was so magical. It was so magical. Like it was like fairies. No, those are extreme ones. He had those like wait, you know what's
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like doing this correctly. Could you check my answer?
It's correct.
So, Mr. Nye, this is the whole thing.
That was like the closest.
Today, yeah. Is that long? You know, it seems short just because the answers are so squished together, like the questions, right? It's not actually that short.
Is this correct for angle C on this one?
Is there a negative sign?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about how last year, one of my top artists was really bad.
Oh wait, I went skiing with like friends. Friends? Sorry. No, don't process why you said that. No, yeah.
Okay, I have a hint for question 4, so please refer to that.
Oh my goodness, because you just lost
Those are blanks.
Wait, can we still little bit if we don't?
If I don't have a meeting, then yeah. Sometimes we don't.
Wait, what meeting is that?
Yo, could it look like I did last time?
Wait, no, those are blank. We also had a brain interview. Oh, those are, I thought those were negative signs. I'm not there. Me not. I'm not. You are. You are.
Bro, I got 9 over 4.
Wait, how did you do that?
Wait, I was like,
Maybe it's that.
I don't know.
maybe it's not. But that's the answer. I won't look at it either.
Giving very much like
Right, Mr. Nine. I only got number 3.
There are no degrees here.
But it's angle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's right though?
Yeah, it's just weird to put degrees after arc cosine. Nobody does that. So, no need to do it. I feel like putting the blanks are pretty fun. Like some puzzles.
I wonder what.
This is kind of
No, because we don't have a calculator.
Let's see if anybody's being slothful.
We do all 3 in a Yeah, no more do 2 than you equal theorem.
I don't want
That is not gonna fly.
Actually, we're both members.
By the way, there's a new thing here that Miss Jack put out. You guys.
Oh, cosine.
Otherwise, somebody would.
Yeah.
It's not even very good handwriting.
I can't write. Go right 25.
Let's have a Chinese handwriting switch. Yes. I think it's correct.
This is the same.
It's similar. So wait, I would say you would start with law of cosines. Yeah, just follow the hint.
Follow the hint.
No, I do like the little dash. Yeah.
10 times better. Oh, it's 10 times.
Yeah.
Like 30, 40, something like that. Wait. Is that right?
I don't know where your answers are.
Oh, it's right there.
Does that correspond to what I have there? Probably means you need to simplify the fraction.
Yep.
With even numbers.
Mr. 9. How is number 3 correct?
You think that's wrong?
I mean, you told me this is correct.
Yeah, it matches that, doesn't it?
No?
Those are blanks, right?
Oh, negative signs.
see me too. I think
I don't think they look like they're pretty low.
Wait, no, 8 does not match.
yeah.
You sure? Well, maybe it's wrong.
I'm confused on how to solve number 4.
So you start by doing law of cosines. Find this side.
Love cosines? Oh, but
We have two sides, right?
oh,
And an angle
because
in
you
between.
have the okay.
I don't know if this is right. I know the other side.
How would you rate our handwriting?
There's no feeling.
My handwriting too.
what? You can't?
Oh wait, my lecture's over. I should have ended.